What's going on, everyone? So, Demar Derozan was asked for his bold take next season for the Sacramento Kings. And his bold take was Western Conference Finals. Now, call me crazy. I do think that's a bold take. I don't think that they're going to make the Western Conference Finals. That's just me personally, and I'll kind of give my opinions as to why here in a moment. And of course, I want to hear yours either way, whether you agree or disagree. But shouldn't you, as the new guy on the team, looked at as one of the stars, their big acquisition, and it's a bold take, right? Shouldn't the goal be NBA champion? We're fine being one of the four best teams. If you're going to say Western Conference Finals, you might as well say NBA Finals or champion, right? I get, what was he supposed to say? First round exit, missed the playoffs, right? Second round. But again, so you're telling me that you think this team is good enough to get to the conference finals, but they're not good enough to win, right? So you're fine. If you get to the conference finals, hey, let me kick my legs up. Now, obviously, again, I get that he's going to compete, and, the idea is to win an NBA championship. But, again, it's a bold take. They weren't like, hey, where do you realistically think this team is going to fall? Even then, I think you should say, as a competitor, winning a championship, anything less is a failed season, because it is. What's the goal here? But this is my concern with DeMar DeRozan, right? How dedicated is he to winning? He has shown time and time again that he prefers the money over winning. He's had several opportunities to choose winning over, or potentially winning, because you never really know, right? Yeah, you could go to the perfect situation and things could just fall apart. But he's chosen several times the alternative, right? So to me, okay, fine. If you just want the win, that's fine. But let's be honest about it. Let's be real about it here. But from a Sacramento Kings standpoint, I don't think DeMar DeRozan makes any sense. And I think that there is a genuine argument that Sacramento will be worse with DeMar than they have. And for those that think I'm talking out of pocket, go look at my predictions the last 2 seasons on the Sacramento Kings. I have been verbatim just spot on. I said 2 seasons ago in a video that I believe Sacramento was going to be a sleeper team and that I believe that they were going to be very good. I didn't think that they'd win a championship, but I thought that they would be one of the better teams in the league. And guess what? They were. They ended up losing in a hard-fought series against the Warriors team, which I picked the Warriors to take over them. Right? I've been, out of most teams, I have been about as spot on as you can be about Sacramento. And DeMar DeRozan made 0 sense for Sacramento. The biggest problem is they have Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox. Why do you need another isolation scorer who's best with the ball in his hands, doesn't shoot threes, doesn't defend, and keeps you small? Right? What are you going to do as Sacramento? You're going to play De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, and DeMar DeRozan on the court at the same time to close games with Sabonis? You're going to be awful defensively. What are you going to do? You're going to play, Kean Ellis and have him, and now you're just tiny and still terrible defensively because he's only one defensive guy? I mean, De'Aaron Fox can play defense too. I don't want to take away from De'Aaron Fox, but what's the plan here? They didn't need another isolation scorer. They have De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. And look, I understand, because people go, well, Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, they share the basketball, right? They get, 5, 6 assists a game, right? They move the ball until the fourth quarter comes. Go watch don't just look at the generalized average stats. Go look at their stats and then look at it in the fourth quarter. And watch how much they share the basketball in the fourth. It is incredibly ISO heavy with De'Aaron Fox or Malik Monk. It's literally more times than not, you go, I go, you go, I go. And it's one of these two making a play. And now you have a guy in a DeMar DeRozan who is best doing the same thing. You didn't need another isolation scorer. You didn't need another closer. And I understand their offense dropped off a cliff when they lost Malik Monk, but DeMar DeRozan feels like a move as if you're going to lose Malik Monk again. Now, if Malik Monk gets hurt again, which knock on wood, you never want to see that, but if Malik Monk got hurt again, then yes, it would be huge to still have DeMar DeRozan because now you have him and De'Aaron Fox to help out with the offense. So if you're anticipating Malik Monk missing a good majority of the season, fine, but eventually he's probably coming back, and then it's going to be clunky and awkward again. Right? Like, you needed 3-and-D wings, or you needed another just quality, power forward or another forward that's versatile. Like, they should have been going after like OG and Mikal Bridges, not going after DeMar DeRozan, right? And like the argument was, oh, we need the firepower to keep up in the West. What are you talking about? Again, Malik Monk, when he got hurt, Sacramento's offense literally just fell off a cliff because De'Aaron Fox is their entire offense. But when Malik Monk is healthy, they're one of the top offensive teams in the league. They're like top 3 to 5 every year. They were number 1 2 years ago. And before Malik Monk got hurt, they were I think 4th or 3rd? I think it was just like by a hair. And I mean, once you get to the top, it's literally like 0.2%, right? So it's not like they're a top offensive team in the league. They're also like 2nd or 3rd every year in 3-point attempts. DeMar DeRozan doesn't shoot threes. And they have not been good defensively, which is another big problem that they have. DeMar DeRozan isn't a great defender. And then also, they're one of the fastest paced teams in the league. Look at this, because this is probably going to be their closing 5. Right? So you're talking, more likely than not, the 5 that are going to close the game is De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, right? Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis, right? Who's playing defense outside of De'Aaron Fox? And on top of that, like, again, how clunky is this going to be? How clunky is this going to work? It's going to look, in my opinion, this is going to be terrible. Terrible. They needed more 3-and-D guys. What they should have done is, again, they should have gotten a Mikal Bridges, an OG, something like that. A guy like that they could slot in, maybe even kept Harrison Barnes, right? So you have some legit 3-and-D guys, and you trust that Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox stay healthy, and you can generate, and you can be better defending the perimeter, better defensively, period, and trust that Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox can create everything that you need to create. This is one of the fastest paced teams in the league every year. Go look at every team and their pace with DeMar DeRozan. They're towards the bottom. The Chicago Bulls, San Antonio Spurs, Toronto Raptors, towards the bottom because DeMar DeRozan is a half-court player. He doesn't fit the offensive schemes that they run. Right? The Sacramento Kings are best when they are getting out in transition. And they are creating turnovers and getting out and getting up and down the court and getting quick, 10 seconds or less type offense. Right? I'm not saying that they can't play in the half court. They do all the time with De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. But again, it's like you have De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. So why do you need DeMar DeRozan? And look, I like DeMar DeRozan. I like DeMar DeRozan a lot. Many of you know, I am a Laker fan. Right? I wanted DeMar DeRozan on the Lakers. Some people might ask, well, what's the deal? You got LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LeBron James and Anthony Davis aren't isolation scorers. Right? Anthony Davis, one, is a big man. LeBron James, they don't have a guy that can just go get you a bucket like DeMar DeRozan can. DeMar DeRozan is a natural scorer. Right? Like LeBron James, as much as I love LeBron, he's more put my head down, bully ball to the basket, or on the low block, turn and fade, or he's look down and pull up from 3. Anthony Davis, when he's on, he can do a little bit of everything, but he hasn't been on like he was since the bubble, right? He's basically still money 15 in, but He's not a guy taking guys, beating guys off the dribble, getting to his spots, elevating, shooting over the top. Like LeBron James and Anthony Davis aren't these like great, ISO creation scorers. De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk are. That's their game. That's what they're best at. They didn't need another guy like DeMar DeRozan. The Lakers are a team that did need DeMar DeRozan. Again, I thought a team like Miami, let's remove the Lakers, because some people might look at it and go, well, yeah, of course, you just wanted him on the Lakers. Okay, fine. Remove the Lakers from the conversation. Miami made a ton of sense. If he wanted to, Miami made more sense than the Lakers did. Because even with the Lakers, right, for those that are subscribed to my Laker channel, I talked about, yes, I want DeMar DeRozan, but I question the fit. There's a real fit question, right? I don't think that same fit would have been a problem in Miami. So I think if DeMar DeRozan wanted to go to the best place possible and give himself potentially the best chance to win, it probably was Miami. Because DeMar DeRozan is everything Miami needs. That clutch, consistent, go-to scorer. Wait, how does DeMar DeRozan and De'Aaron Fox coexist? They're two of the top 5 fourth quarter scorers in the league, which I know some people might look at and go, well, yeah, now they're both on the same team. Yeah, but it doesn't, it can also get clunky. Now, look, maybe they figure it out, right? Maybe Sacramento figures it out and they're great, right? And I'm not saying that they're going to be terrible. Like, I think that they're still going to be good. I just don't think, I think they're going to be like kind of where they were last year. Like 6th to a play-in team, right? I do. I don't think that they're going to be a top team in the league next year. I don't think that they're going to be this team that's just like, oh man, they're clearly a top 5 team in the league, or, even a top 4 team in the West. I don't think that they're going to be able to defend anybody. I think they're going to be very clunky. I think the offense is going to be very questionable at times. When everyone's on and everyone's cooking, yeah, they're going to look really good, right? Like, there's going to be games where DeMar DeRozan just can't miss, and De'Aaron Fox is absolute money, and Monk and all. Yeah, there's going to be moments where it looks great. As with all the, even when Russell Westbrook was on the Lakers, there were games and moments where it looked great. But I think just like that, reality eventually is going to set in, and it's going to be like, oh no, this is terrible. and I don't think it was a good decision. And I've been very spot on. Again, proof is on this channel. For those that are like, oh, like you don't know what you're talking about, go look at my past Sacramento Kings videos and tell me I haven't been spot on verbatim predicting this team season after season. Like, I think that DeMar DeRozan was the last thing Sacramento needed. I think they needed more versatility out on the wing. They needed like 1 or 2, preferably 2, legit 3-and-D guys. They needed 2 or 3 guys that can defend at a high level and also hit a shot, maybe create for themselves and others at times. That's why I think like a Mikal Bridges, I think would have been perfect for Sacramento. An OG would have been perfect for Sacramento. Something like that. Even if they just got one of them, I think that would have been much better fit, much better need, right? It's like Mikal Bridges. You could have slot him 2 through 4 at any point, really 2, 3. But, and I think he would have given you that other go-to scorer. I think he would have given you the defense. Yeah, you would have had to given up more. I know some people look at it as, well, yeah, they got him for essentially free. Yeah, sure, but you can always get worse. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel with your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Are you kind of in the middle, kind of split? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Now subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.